Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher and welcome to episode 115. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you're returning, thank you so much for all of your wonderful support, all of your comments you send my way. I appreciate each and every one of you. So it's been a few weeks since my last episode. When I last saw you all, I think it was 3 weeks ago, Matt was on his way to pick up Gray after her fall semester so she can start her winter break. And it has just been a very busy month of December for us. It has been consumed with work, with designing for market, and with getting Tristan finished with this semester between his schoolwork projects, getting him prepared for finals, and then he also had to take another ACT, some last minute college applications, and so it's just been a busy month. So he just finished his semester yesterday, so we are ready for a full week or so of just not worrying about school, not talking about it, just having a good time, enjoying each other, and just being with family. We've decided this year to keep Christmas small. We're calling it a scaled down Christmas. We are really trying to embrace the full and true meaning of Christmas. And so we are really looking forward to simplifying things, spending time together. We have lots of family games planned. Gray's birthday is on Saturday, December 23rd. So we have a day of birthday events going on. She really just wants to stay home and bake, which is funny because that's what she wanted to do last year on her birthday. So we are really just looking forward to relaxing over the next few days. So that is really what's important to us right now, is just spending that time together. So I hope you all have had a wonderful month, have had all the fun and all the baking and all those things that we do this time of the year, and hopefully you've been able to relax and enjoy the season. So let's start this episode. Grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite beverage, and grab your cross stitch, and let's get started. What we're going to do is first I'm going to show you my previous finishes. I've been showing you some of my Christmas previous FFOs that I have around the house. So we will show those. I will share with you the whips that I've been working on. I only have two because I've been very busy with designing and playing with fabric and floss and all those things, getting ready for spring. And then I'm going to talk to you all about the Jingle Ball that I attended a few weeks ago. It was so much fun. I can't wait to give you all those details. It was my first time attending. I'm going to share with you a little bit of haul, a couple of gifts I got, and then we'll go into our giveaways. So let's start with previous finishes. So I have, I think I've got 5 or 6 maybe to share. I feel like I'm trying to play catch up. I will continue sharing with you all my previous finishes over the next few weeks. I will come to you all again before the new year. So we will have more Christmas previous finishes over the next couple of episodes. So my first one is a With Thy Needle and Thread. This is from Brenda Gervais. And I think this one is titled Santa's Letters, or Letters to Santa. And I absolutely loved stitching this piece. This is one I remember when I stitched this and when I started it. I was actually attending a cross stitch retreat that they no longer host them, but it was with Prim Stitcher Society. And we were in Columbus, Ohio. And it was so much fun to take this one. I wanted to take something on a bigger count. And I think this is on 22 count. Excuse me. And I wanted something simple that I didn't really have to focus on. And the letters were just that and the trees. It was such a quick stitch. And so and this is still available. You can still purchase this. I know Brenda Gervais has it on her website, Country Stitches online, and then a lot of local needlework stores have it in their store. And you can probably find it online as well. But I stitched it super quick. A lot of fun. I love making big pillows for my sofa or for my bed. I just have pillows everywhere. And I just used a ticking fabric. So I can see how it probably needs to be stuffed again. It got a little bit flat. This is one of the first things I learned how to finish. And I did use a vintage stained rickrack to go with it. So much fun to stitch and finish. I did finish this one myself. The next three, and the next three I'm going to show you all at the same time because they're very similar. These are Stitching with the Housewives. These were designed and printed by Priscilla Blang and Chelsea with Stitching with the Housewives. So these were one of her first releases, and I finished them in true Priscilla fashion with the sticky board, and this is her fabric. I think it's called Priscilla's Pretty Plaids, and the checks are Chelsea's checks. So here is Holly Jolly. I don't think I've shown these to y'all this year. And then this one is, I don't know the title of it. They're probably all still on her Etsy page, but this says Jolly, and that's Santa. And then this one says Mary, and that's Mrs. Claus. So cute. I loved these. I liked coordinating the ribbon with it. This one has 2 bows on it. These are always good to have, these little mini Christmas wreaths to have handy. I used rickrack. I sandwiched everything together. Super quick and easy to stitch. These, this fabric I think is a chalkboard fabric, and maybe from Fabrics by Stephanie. Great fabric to stitch on. It's not as difficult as you think to stitch on this dark fabric. But these were so much fun, very quick to stitch and fun to finish. These go on my tree in my kitchen because it's all food themed. And this is a Lizzie Kate design. And I finished this a few years ago too. This was also a very quick one to stitch. I can't remember the booklet that this came from, but it was a Lizzie Kate. And I believe there were like 6 ornaments in one book. Super fast. I used some rickrack, and this was Lori Holt fabric. I used some rickrack and buttons to finish it off. That goes on my kitchen counter. This is also a Lizzie Kate. This I got as a kit when I was visiting the Finishing Touch in Louisville, Kentucky, which that store closed a few years ago. But this was a kit that I purchased. So it came with the fabric, the pattern, and the little beads that were in there. And I don't know if you can see the beads right above the house. The houses, such a small detail, but so much fun to put on there. But it made such a big difference adding those little snowflakes as beads. Such a cute stitch. I love putting this one out. This is all Lori Holt fabric that I layered it with. So much fun to use that fabric. This next one, I do not know the pattern. Just a simple primitive finish. It reminds me of Country Rustic Primitives, which is an Etsy designer, a designer on Etsy. But this I got it from a estate sale. So there's a woman that used to own a cross stitch store here in Knoxville, and she passed away a couple of years ago, and her husband sold a lot of her stitched pieces. So I got this and a couple of other ornaments I've shared with y'all before. But this is, I don't know who finished it for her, but it has a vintage wire and these rusty bells. Such a great finish. But I use this, I don't put it on my tree. I have a Santa display, and I have this on a wreath next to Santa. But I just really love the primitive look of this. And then my last FFO was actually a gift given to me by my friend Kay, and she stitched this for me. I believe she gave this to me last year, maybe the year before. And this is also a Brenda Gervais with thy needle and thread pattern. I don't know the name of it, but it is one of my favorites. I just love the snowman dressed and holding the banner that says Burr. It is just so cute, and I usually have it up here in my cabinet, but for today I pulled it down to share with you all. She had this framed at Hobby Lobby. I just really like that white rustic farm looking frame. Very pretty, such a fun stitch, and this is one that can be left out all winter. So this is a With Thy Needle and Thread. I don't know the name of the pattern, but you can. I'm sure it's still available. It's only a couple of years old. So those are all of my FFOs. So I hope that you all have been getting a lot of fun Christmas stitching done. I know I've been following a lot of people who have been stitching prairie schoolers. I know that Chrissy and Stitchy Linda with Finally a Farm Girl, Chrissy with Finally a Farm Girl, and Linda with Stitchy Linda, they have a Flosstube, and they have been every Saturday they stitch on Prairie Schoolers. Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo, she has been stitching a lot of Prairie Schoolers. So those are great, just items to stitch all the time, but they are quick, easy, and then you can have that rhythm of getting some finishes done so you can have more Christmas decorations around your house. So a lot of fun, a lot of fun. So I want to share with you all my whips that I did over the last few weeks. Really, I only worked on these whips the weekend of the Jingle Ball. So we'll just wrap the Jingle Ball and my whips into the same little segment. So the Jingle Ball was hosted, this was the second year, but it's hosted by several cross-stitch designers. And Stephanie with Lindy Stitches is sort of the one who is the brains behind the operation. It's a big event, virtual retreat. They have it every year, usually that first weekend in December. It's a $10 ticket. The best $10 I've ever spent. It is just a wonderful, wonderful event. So the $10 gives you access to the Jingle Ball all weekend. And what it does is it gives you the opportunity to go into stitching rooms, which are virtual stitching rooms, and they're like a Zoom call, up to 25 people in each room. And you can go from room to room and just stitch and hang out and chat with people. And it's just so much fun. The stitching rooms are open the entire weekend for the event. And then if you want, when the Jingle Ball opens, when they start selling the tickets for the Jingle Ball, which is usually in October, you can purchase special classes from the designers. And each designer has a specialty class, whether they're teaching you how to do a certain finish or a special stitch or any number of things. But it also gives you access to that exclusive pattern that designer created for that class. And those range in prices. So some of the classes were $20, some went up to $70. It just depends on the class, how many, what's involved in the kit, what kind of supplies are needed. So you can do as much or as little as you want with the Jingle Ball or at the Jingle Ball. This was my first time attending. I wasn't sure how it worked. But it was definitely something that I will do again, and I will try to do the classes next year. And one thing that I learned, that the reason I didn't sign up for the classes is because I didn't know what my weekend would be like when the registration opened. And so I didn't want to commit to a class or to a kit if I didn't know if I could attend the ball that weekend. So what I learned and what I found out is that they record the classes. So if you miss the class that you signed up for, you still have access to that information and to that class. So it's good to know if that is something you want to consider next year. Another fun thing about the weekend is that each designer had their own shop space set up. And you could shop from them. You could get their free PDF patterns. Every one of them had free PDF patterns. They had patterns you can buy. They had just some of them had exclusive designs just for the Jingle Ball. So it was just definitely worth the $10 entry fee. So something to keep in mind for next year. So let me show you what I got from the Jingle Ball, and then I'll show you my whips. So the whips I worked on while I was stitching in the stitching rooms. But hold on, let me grab something that I printed. I forgot to share, or I forgot to grab. So I wanted to print some of the patterns that I got from the Jingle Ball. You had the choice with some of the designers to either purchase PDF patterns or hard copy patterns. So all the ones I got were PDF because instant gratification. But one thing I did order was directly from Teresa Kogut, and she had these postcards that were exclusive for the retreat or for the Jingle Ball. And these are her original watercolors that she put on postcards, and these are 5x7, so you can frame them in picture frames, or you can use them as cards to send to your friends. I have been bad this year. I did not get around to sending Christmas cards, but these would have been great to send as Christmas cards. This one says, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a stitchy New Year. Teresa Kogut is so talented. Her watercolors are beautiful. And one of the videos you could watch on the Jingle Ball was her doing a time lapse of her doing a watercolor. This one just says "Be Merry" with that cute chunky Santa. And then this one is "Home for Christmas." I love her Santas. Their faces are always just perfect. Look at those faces. Love them. This one, it says December 25th, 2023. And this is the last one. So she had 2 separate packets and each had 5 postcards in it. I just got 1 packet. This one just says Joy, December 25th, and his pocket says Right Jolly Old Elf. I just love these. I hope she makes these into cross-stitch patterns. So I got those from Teresa Kogut, and I wanted to go back to her booth and purchase one of her exclusive patterns, but I forgot to do that before the shops closed. But I did print or download her freebie PDF. So this one was in her shop, Jolly Soul. I mean, the designers were so generous with their freebies. Let's see, Heartstring Samplery was another designer. I did purchase this one from her, from Heartstring Samplery, Love and Joy. And she had some freebies as well. I can't show you those freebies because there's not a cover to it. It's just the image of the pattern. This one says, I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. So this was a freebie. And if I didn't print it today, I probably would have forgotten. Here's another one from Heartstring Samplery. This says Be Minty. So cute. I can't remember if this was a freebie or if I purchased it. I can't remember. And that one has all DMC threads. Hands On Design had a wonderful freebie. Let me show you this one. Here's a small image of that one. And on that mint fabric, so pretty. Here's another one from Hands On Design. This is Snow Globe Snowman. And then she had Slay All Day. That was another freebie. And then this one I purchased. This is a little bit of joy from Hands On Design. I love that red fabric. I think that is Aztec Red by Weeks Dye Works. Let me look. It's such a pretty red fabric. This is actually stitched on, well, yep, no, actually it's Watermelon by Weeks Dye Works. Such a pretty color. Oh, she's so talented too. So many talented designers. Jan Hicks Creates was there, Satsuma Street, Tiny Modernist, no, Luminous Fiber Arts, not Tiny Modernist, Hands On Design, Heartstring Samplery, Hello from Liz Matthews, Lindy Stitches. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. I can't remember them all. Here is one from Lindy Stitches. It says Sprinkle Christmas Kindness. Sorry, I took my glasses off. But this one is finished in one of those tart tins. So cute. So those were all of my freebies and purchases. I did get another exclusive from Hello from Liz Matthews, which was a collaboration that she had with Kathy Barrick, her mother. And this is called Santa and the Wool Makers. And oh, I just love that Santa. So cute. So another item, last thing about the Jingle Ball, was that you could also do meet and greets with the designers. So how they had it set up was, it was live. It was, again, like a Zoom or a YouTube video, but it was live, and you could type in your question, and someone was usually in the room with them, and they would read the questions. And so it was fun to ask the designers questions, and then they would answer them. So much thought went into the whole event. Videos to funny little videos that they did, all kinds of segments. But like I said, I will definitely do it again next year, even if you just go for the stitching rooms and for the shopping and the watching the videos. It was so much fun. So that was the Jingle Ball. But while I was in the stitching rooms, this is what I worked on. So I worked on these two, and then after that weekend, I really have only been working on my designs. So when I was stitching, I worked on Plum Street Samplers, This Joyous Season. I have loved this one for so long. It has been a whip of mine for 1.5 years. So it was really fun to bring it back out. And I was making really good progress. I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep this up. But then I got busy. So let me tell you about this. I have stitched this on 36 count Vintage Bean by Lakeside Linens. I'm using all of the called for floss, using 1 strand of floss over 2. So that weekend I worked on the top basket. So you can see I've been working on the flowers and the pomegranates. So that may not look like a lot of stitching, but that was a lot. The leaves and the little berries and the pomegranates, so much fun. And I love this fabric, the Vintage Navy Bean by Lakeside Linen. It's such a good little gray, tinge of gray color. I did change the color of the bricks on the house to Merlot. I believe it calls for cayenne, and I changed it to Merlot. A friend of mine made that recommendation when she was stitching it, and I have just followed suit. But here are all of the floss colors. And it is so pretty. Such a good, you can tell I just threw things right back in. So this is the Merlot that that's cayenne. That's the color of the berries, but I'm using Merlot for the brick. So here's the Merlot. And this has a good blend of DMC and Weeks Dye Works. Such good colors. Now this one does have a flag in it, but you can change it to whatever country you want the flag. I believe there is an Australian flag, a British flag, and a colonial American flag. So I am probably going to go with the colonial American flag, but this is the one from the pattern. Oh, and that sleigh right here with more of the poinsettia leaves, so pretty. This might be one I work on tonight. Gray and I have been watching movies since she's been home. So Matt gets to watch a movie with her because they usually like to watch sci-fi movies together, and then she and I will get to watch romantic comedies or Christmas movies, things like that. So I'm not sure what movie we're watching tonight, but I will definitely be working on this. So the next one I worked on that weekend was my floral motif sampler. And I was really on a roll, really in a good rhythm, and then I ran out of a color. So I ran out of Whitewash by Weeks Dye Works, which, yes, it's a simple color to just replace, but I was too lazy at that moment to get up and look for a white that was comparable, because I do not have whitewash in my stash. I've used it, or it's probably in a project bag somewhere. Do y'all do that, where you have so many things kitted and all these projects kitted that you know you have that floss somewhere, but you just don't know which bag it's in? I'm sure I have whitewash. But this is the Scarlet House Floral Motif Sampler. I've been stitching this for a while, and it is so much fun, but I did make some good progress. I can't remember where I was the last time I showed this to you. I don't remember which motif I last showed you, but I should have watched my video from last time to get an idea. But this is the area that I've been working on, is right in here. So I think since I last saw you, I worked on this. I think I worked on this middle section here. So that hole is getting a lot smaller. And this has been so much fun to stitch. I'm using all the called for floss, stitching 1 strand of floss over 2. This is 40 count Picture This Plus Mallow. So much fun. So hopefully I will have this done by the spring of 2024. Definitely is something that I can do because I'm so close to a finish. we will have to have a big party when I finish this one. I'm so excited. And that's it. Those are all my whips. I've been working on designing for spring and for Valentine's Day. So hopefully I can share some sneak peeks with you all soon. So other than that, I am just going to have to start my Christmas Day stitch, which I think I'm going to start I think I decided to start the Joy Noel by Blackbird Design. I don't have the book with me. I showed it to you all last time or 2 times ago. That's probably going to be my Christmas Day start. I have found, since I've been designing this over the last few weeks, I've been using a lot more DMC. So all of you DMC fans out there will be happy to hear that. I have found a new appreciation for DMC. I have been really researching how to complement the colors, how to coordinate the colors, how to come up with palettes that really work together. And in doing so, I have found so many beautiful shades of DMC that really, on their own, you don't really think much of it, because I get confused when I go into Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or any of those places and see a whole wall of DMC. It gets confusing for me, because you just really see them as numbers when you go into a store like that. And so what I've done is I've started researching palettes, how to pull the palettes of DMC colors. And once I've started doing that, it just makes so much more sense. It clicks, and the colors look great together. And so I'm so excited to share some of those with y'all over the next few weeks as I start pulling more of these colors together. And I always try to provide a really good conversion for you all in my charts, from overdyed floss to DMC. And so that just really just it brings up appreciation even more to life, because I know that the colors are really true and really are beautiful, and very, very similar to what the overdyed looks like. So can't wait to share all that with you. But I've been using a lot of DMC lately, and it has been fun. So the reason I say that is Joy Noel, I will probably just use the DMC conversion that they have in the booklet. So I'm excited. So excited. So some of the haul that I did get really is more work related haul, more Proper Stitcher design haul. I've been working with Needle Bling Designs and with Grace Notes Fabrics on coming up with some colors for my spring designs. So let me show you what I have gotten in the mail. It's hard to show the modeling and the dyeing of these fabrics to you because of the lighting, but I'll do my best. So these are from Grace Notes. This Baklava is one of my favorites. I used it a lot. I used it on this piece here, Peace and Joy. Baklava is a great color. It's a good neutral. This is going to be a 36 count baklava. I'm probably doing a sampler on this one, but baklava is just a wonderful color that Grace Notes has that is a good neutral. So this is baklava. If you're needing just a good basic neutral. I've always said that when you're at a needlework store and you can buy fabric, buy some fabric while you see it, because then you can touch it and feel it and know if you like it. The shop in Johnson City, Amy at Cross Stitch and Crafts, she's gotten to know me. She gets to know her customers, and even if you don't go and visit their store, she will pick up on what you like just through ordering with them, but she can tell you exactly how a fabric feels, what it looks like. She's very knowledgeable on fabric and the dyeing process and how all these different companies do it, because that's her main job at the store, is cutting the fabric, serging the fabric for you. And so she knows the fabric. And so she's taught me so much on the process of dyeing and all the differences with all the different dyers out there. So I've just learned so much from her. But Grace Notes Fabrics does a wonderful job with their dyeing process. So pretty. So the next one I got from Grace Notes is, here it is. This one is called Mint Matcha. I think I'm saying that right. M-A-T-C-H-A. And this is also, this is a 32 count. But this one just has a very, very subtle tint of green to it. You can't really even tell unless it's in the light a certain way, but it's a very subtle tint of green. The fabrics feel really good. It's just a good fabric. My new favorite is Lady Gray. This is a 36 count. This is a pale, it's really not going to show up, a really pale gray. Not a lot of modeling at all, almost a white gray. Let me see if I come in, if you can see it. Just kind of a really pretty, good, almost like a daytime sky. Just really pretty, really not any modeling to it at all. Really soft color. So I got those from Grace Notes. Super excited to use those. And then Needle Bling Designs sent me some fabric. I'm still trying to find the right shades for a couple of reproduction samplers I'm working on. I thought I was going to be able to have the blue flowers done by spring that I always have on my shelf there, but that sampler is taking a lot longer than I anticipated. There's a lot of detail to it, so that's going to be one that we will have to hold on to for a little bit before I can release something like that. But it will come your way soon. But I was talking with Teresa with Needle Bling, and so she sent me some fabric to use for my designs. I'm sorry for the crinkle, but I'm going to take it out of this bag. And I thought that I was going to be able to use this on that design, but it's going to have to wait a few more months because I want that piece to be perfect. It is such a pretty pattern, or pretty sampler. Okay, this is Heirloom. This is 40 count Heirloom. And what I like about Needle Bling Designs, the fabrics that I've chosen, there's no modeling on it really, but it's such a pretty color. So this is 40 count Heirloom, and she sent me, I think, a half yard. So I will definitely be using this I have 2 samplers that I am working on for market. And so this is the perfect color for a sampler. And then she sent me 36 count Lightning. So this is another pale blue. Do we see a theme? I love blue. So this is a beautiful pale blue, and she sent me a 1/4 yard of that. So this is called Lightning. She just does a beautiful job with her fabrics. So thank you both, Grace Notes and Needle Bling Designs, for sending those to me. So excited to get those underway. So that is all my haul. I did get a gift that I want to share with you. A very good friend of mine sent this to me. And I wanted to share this company with you because I think that you all may want to go check them out. This is from Early Americana Workshop Studio. So they have an Etsy page and a Facebook page. I will list them below. But John and Diane are the owners, and Early Americana Workshop Studio. But this beautiful little these are my pins. These are my pins that I put in here. I'll tell you about those in a minute. But these beautiful shaker boxes with the pin cushion in it. And each one is stamped and signed on the bottom. But they use this beautiful fabric. You can choose the fabric. They have several to choose from, different stains of wood, just so pretty. And the stuffing on the pin cushion part is perfection. So pretty. And of course, blue is on this one for me. But I got these pins from the subscription box from Fanciful Flamingo from December. I use them for my counting pins when I am stitching, of course. I use them for counting, but then when I am reproducing an antique sampler, I use it to help me stay on track of where I'm counting. But anyway, these stay on my desk while I'm working, and I just pull them out of here and use them as I need them. But such a beautiful little gift. So I will list that shop below if you would like to go and check them out. So sweet and simple. But that is called Early Americana Workshop and Studio, and they do have an Etsy store. So okay, so one other thing to tell you about, I am trying to decide, do I want to do a YouTube live video for you guys where y'all can go on and do sort of a question and answer YouTube video or a live video. It would be predetermined on the day and time so everybody would know. While Gray is home, Gray has offered to read the questions aloud, and so I can have someone monitoring for me and read the questions to me, and then I'll answer them. So it will will sort of make it a little bit easier in the flow for someone to be in the room with me doing that. But let me know in the comments below if that is something you are interested in doing. I think it would be a great way to connect with you all, but I would love to know if that is something you're interested in. I don't want to do it if nobody's interested in it. So let me know below if that is something you would like for me to coordinate. I will be back and to see you all before the new year. So probably in a week. I don't even know what today is. I think today's Thursday. I'll come back next Thursday or Friday and we'll do another video, and I'll let you know when it will be. If that's something that you want to do, I'll let you know what day and time that will be. And anytime somebody does a live YouTube video, just so you know, it's not only available at that moment, it stays on the YouTube feed. So if you happen to miss the live video, will still be available for you to go back and watch. It just won't be live at that moment. It'll be pre-recorded. So let me know below if that's something you're interested in. I just think it might be fun, but I don't know. You just let me know if that's something you want. Let's go into the giveaways from last week. So, I asked you all to share with me your favorite Christmas carol or Christmas song, and that was so much fun to read through all of them. A lot of you have certain memories attached to the songs, which is how I am as well. I even learned about some songs that are new to me. So thank you all so much for sharing that with me. I had a good time reading through all of those. So if you would like to enter a giveaway, this is how it works. All you do is subscribe to my channel, ring the bell so you can get notifications of when I upload a new video. But subscribe to my channel, like the video, and answer the question below, and then I use a random comment picker to help us come up with the winner for the prizes. So usually you just list the number that you were interested in winning. So let's do the giveaways from last time. So last time I had 7 giveaways. And again, we're going to hear some crinkle because I had those crinkly bags from last time. The first one is from Crafty Bluebonnet Designs. This is a new designer, and she April Jackson is her name, and she has offered to either email you a PDF copy or a paper copy. It's completely up to you, but the winner of number 1 from last week is Roberta Van Horn 6969. So Roberta Van Horn 6969. So email me, and this is how it works too. If I call your name, please email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. Tell me what you won, and I'll either get it in the mail to you or email to you. And in this case, let me know Roberta, and I will forward your email to April. And then you and April can coordinate if you want a paper copy or if you would like a PDF. So Roberta Van Horn 6969. Number 2. There are 2 of you and a lot of these are 2s. So we have 2 winners. These are for 3 quilt patterns. This one goes to Martha Cook. Martha Cook. The other number 2 goes to, I can't read my handwriting. This one goes to G-R-M-A-N-A-T. So G-R-M-A-N-A-T. You're the second winner of those. Then we have Pearl Chicken Club. The first one goes to Renee Wolford 3270. Renee Wolford. The second one goes to Joy Scout 348. Joy Scout 348. And then the next one, number 4, we have 2 quilt patterns. We have Millie's Dresses and 2x2. The first one goes to Kelly Tadlock 7635. Kelly Tadlock 7635. The second one goes to Crafting with Nina, Crafting with Nina, N-E-E-N-A 2862. And then we have the October stackables and November stackables. The first one goes to Pat Quilt B 77. Pat Quilt B 77. The next one goes to Brick Purdum, P-U-R-D-U-M, Brick Purdum. And then number 6, we have the Autumn Days ornament books and the oversized mesh bag. All of these have been from Fat Quarter Shop. This one goes to Sandra Fulton, 4351. And the other one goes to Cindy Flinchbaugh, F-L-I-N-C-H-B-A-U-G-H, 7155. Then the next 5 of you winners, the 5 of you win a PDF of any of my patterns. So you get to choose one of my patterns in PDF form. The first one goes to Angela Howard, 5352. The next one goes to Kathy Wishman, 6114. And the next one goes to Becky Ernest, 5013. Number 4 goes to Miss, so that's MS, Willett, W-I-L-L-E-T-T-E. And the 5th one goes to Carrie with a K, so K-E-R-R-I, Carrie Hunter, 6865. So if I called your name, please email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com and let me know what you won, and I will either email it to you or get it in the mail to you as soon as possible. So the giveaways for this week, what we're going to do is in an event or effort to help reduce some of my shipping that I anticipate doing over the next few weeks, we're just doing PDF winners for the next giveaway. So I will have another video next Thursday or Friday, and we are doing PDFs of my patterns. So 7 of you will have the opportunity to win a PDF of your choice from my patterns. So all you have to do is like my video, subscribe to my channel, and below either leave me a comment, wish a Merry Christmas, whatever you want to say, or let me know about the YouTube a Flosstube live video. If that is something that you are interested in, I really would like to know. So I hope that you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and check on people that may be alone or spending time alone this Christmas. There are a lot of people who do not have family, or their family lives out of state or out of town, and just check on your neighbors, check on your friends, and make sure everybody's doing okay. So I am excited about the weekend. I am looking forward to just having some downtime with my family and hopefully get some stitching time in too. But I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for your generosity to me, for your encouraging words, your support. That is the biggest gift of all, is knowing that I have all of you in this community that I can count on and rely on and trust. I appreciate you all so much. I will see you next Thursday or Friday before the new year, and I am excited to see and to kind of recap the year and see what 2024 has to bring. So I'll see you next week. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful, safe holiday.